silent GH words. In the words throughout this video, the GH is silent. This means you cannot hear it. So the first word here is although. I like pasta, although I don't like parmesan. She is my friend, although she is nasty sometimes. I like to watch TV, although I have to do my homework. Bought. Bought is the past tense for the word buy. I saved my money and I used my money. I bought a CD. I saved my money, I used my money, and I bought an iPod. I bought an iPad. If you bought something, you used money to purchase it. Bought. Caught. This boy here is about to catch, which is the present tense, but when he actually catches it, the past tense is caught. He caught the boy. These two children are playing chasey. It's a game of tag. He caught his friend. Eight. Eight is a number. Here is the number 8. An octopus has 8 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, an octopus doesn't have any legs at all. It has tentacles. An octopus has 8 tentacles, not 8 legs. However, a spider does have 8 legs. Let's look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 legs are on a spider. 8 tentacles on an octopus. This card has a value of 8. It has 8 diamonds. This shape has 8 sides, which are all the same length. We call a shape that has 8 sides, all the same length, an octagon. You can remember this because an octopus has 8 tentacles and an octagon has 8 sides. With this shape here, I can divide it into 8 pieces. If you divide a shape into 8 pieces, we call each piece an eighth. Fight. If you fight with somebody, it can be a physical fight. It can be a verbal fight. A verbal fight is when you argue with somebody using language which usually isn't very appropriate. Fought. Fought is the past tense of fight. So fight, somebody is doing it now. Fought, they did it in the past. Now we have poppies, which are a symbol of Remembrance Day of the soldiers who fought during World War I. During World War I, when we have our ceremonies, we remember those who fought during the war. We say the ode.
They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them, lest we forget.
Fought. These soldiers fought in a war, and we need to remember them. During the ceremony of soldiers who fought during World War I, the last post is played. spelling word is fought. Now the last post is a very sacred and special piece of music which is played in terms of remembering those who fought during World War I. Straight. Straight means straight like that. You can have straight horizontal, straight vertical, oblique. These are all straight lines where the starting point and the end point, if you extended them, no matter how long, they would never meet. Straight, horizontal, vertical, oblique. Here's oblique, oblique, oblique. An oblique line is not horizontal or vertical. Thought. Thought is a past tense of think. You thought that it was going to rain today. You thought you were going to play basketball. You thought you had a good day. Thought means past tense of think. Weight. Weight is a unit of measurement. We measure weight using scales. If you weigh, the present tense, yourself on Earth, and if you weigh yourself on the moon, your weight will be different. This is because weight is a measure of the downward force. There is less gravity on Earth. Sorry, my mistake. There is more gravity on Earth, which means you weigh more on Earth. The downward force from your body onto the scales is larger, therefore you weigh more. On the moon, there is less gravity. We know there is less gravity when you view video footages of astronauts going like this on the moon. So when an astronaut stands on scales on the moon, their downward force is less because there is less gravity. So your weight is less on the moon than it is on Earth. Height. Height is a measure of how tall something is. You can use a ruler to measure height. This boy is higher than the chair. The cat is higher than the chair. It has a greater height than the chair, but a less height than the boy. Bright. Bright is when something is really light. The sun is very bright. You can look into a bright light. It actually hurts your eyes. Bright. You can also have a bright colour. A bright colour is a very bold colour. Light. You can turn on the light. Here is a light globe. Light comes from the candle. Light enables you to see things. If there isn't any light, you can't see anything. Light. Lightning. Lightning comes from the sky. You see it as a bright flash of light. That's where it gets its name from. Lightning. Lightning. Sometimes when you have lightning, you also have thunder. The difference between thunder and lightning is that lightning is the light that you see, and the thunder is the rumble that you hear. Moonlight. Now, there is actually no light on the moon. What actually happens is you have the Earth, the Sun, and the moon. And the moon rotates around the Earth. And as it rotates, different parts of the Sun are shown on the moon. For example, here, the sunlight can only get to this part of the moon, and the sunlight can only get to this part of the moon. So you'll actually only see a section of the moon. The light of the moon, which we call moonlight, the source actually comes from the sun. There is no source of light on the moon. Right. If you get something right, you get it correct. We often know when you get something right when we get a tick or you use a tick. You also have your right and your left hand. An easy way to remember your right or your left hand is to hold up your hands. Hold up your thumb and the finger next to it on both hands. If you can make the letter L, not that one, with your thumb and the next finger next to it, it is left. The other is right. Daughter. These parents have a daughter. A daughter is a child of parents who is a female. These parents have two children. The female child is called a daughter. The male child is called a son. Daughter. Sigh. When you sigh, you take in a deep breath and it's a release of energy. I've just sighed because I've just finished this video. Sigh.